from University of Arizona. Our prime contractor was Lockheed Martin Space Systems. Of course, JPL had some role in this, right, Charles? But we also had a major collaboration with the Canadian Space Agency, and I believe the president of the Space Agency, Guy Bujold, is here today. They provided the meteorology system, the system that will study weather on Mars. And even another European country, Germany, was involved. The Max Planck Institute actually provided the robotic arm camera. I, too, don't want to take up too much time because I'm sure you want to hear about the science and the engineering that went into this landing, but let me tee off on something that Mike was talking about. There's a question somebody asked me earlier today, because I've been accused of being perhaps too cautionary by saying this wasn't a trip to Grandma's house. And these guys made it look so easy. And I'll admit they made it look easy, but let me remind you the math. Before tonight, 55% of all landing attempts on Mars have failed. After tonight, 50% have failed. If you consider that routine, that's your choice. Now, it did look routine because, as Mike said, you had an incredible team, working incredible feats. I did give some thought to this 440 million, 660 kilometer, 1 part in 10 million. If I did my math right, and I apologize to those reporters, I told you it was a termite in Australia. It's actually the following. Doing something to that accuracy, and Michael will appreciate this as a golfer, it's like trying to hit a hole-in-one, but you tee off in Washington, and you hit the ball 10,000 miles, and you score a hole-in-one in Sydney, Australia. That's 1 part in 10 million. 4-inch hole. That's not a bad shot. So, Charles, not a bad shot.
You have to remember that hole is moving. I'm sure Mike would appreciate. Not to say that Australia is moving, it's just Mars is moving.
So, with that thought in mind, maybe it is more like hitting a termite in Australia.
No, I think, I'm sure you know that throughout history, exploration always required courageous people and people who have superhuman dedication. And it's courageous people who undertook the exploration tonight and got Phoenix, on the surface of Mars. Many people thought that this will not be possible, that we will not be able to succeed. All of us knew this is very risky, mission. But tonight, this team made history. And they will be remembered forever that they are the first people who explored the polar region, of Mars. And there is no telling what discoveries we'll be seeing over the next, 90 days. As Ed said, it's a team which brought the best, or some of the best, from all of NASA. Every center of NASA participated, in this endeavor, be it in the launch, or be it in the heat shield, or being in the trajectory. So it really was a NASA team effort. Both the human program and the robotic program worked together. We had some of the best from academia, as exemplified by the University of Arizona and Peter, and the best of industry, as exemplified by Lockheed Martin. So one thing I want to ask you, next time it's clear and you go outside and you look at Mars, just think that our nation had 3 stations on that planet: Spirit, Opportunity, and the Order of the Phoenix, just to make the Harry Potter people feel good. So with this, I'll turn it now to Peter.
Thank you, Charles. Well, after that awesome landing, and I'm going to let Barry and Ed talk about how they did it. They are really responsible. I had to wait for an entire hour and a half for that Odyssey spacecraft to come around overhead again to see if we had any pictures. And by God, I've been getting some pressure from some of the members in the press that if I didn't get pictures down here, there was going to be a riot. So I won't mention any names, but the Irish press was particularly... So it is my great pleasure and joy to be able to show you some pictures of the landscape around our lander. I have to say, though, we're still looking for Grandma's house. We haven't found it yet, but it's there somewhere, I'm sure. Can I have the first slide, please? And this is going to set the stage as to where the pictures are. So that's an image that was done several days ago and shows what we thought might be on the surface. And I have to admit, I haven't seen this yet. There we go. There's the actual mosaic that comes from 4 images stitched together. We had hoped to get a couple more, but I think we ran out of time. When Odyssey came over, we set up what we had, and this was it. Now, let's look at them individually. The next slide. I think you've probably seen these come down over the web. This is that polygonal terrain that we were talking about in previous press conferences. This is what we see from orbit. This is where we wanted to land. We see some small rocks. We see the polygon stretching out into the distance. I know it looks a little like a parking lot, but that's a safe place to land, by gosh, and there's not any big rocks. I think we really nailed it, Charles. That was the place we were looking for, and that's what we've found. Now, that makes it exactly the place we want to be, because underneath this surface, I guarantee you, is ice. There's ice under this surface. It doesn't look like, you don't see any ice, but it's down there. Let's look at another picture. Now we're going to get a little closer, and you can see lots of pebbles and obviously soil and all this, these troughs that you see between the polygon boundaries. Those polygons are probably about 15 feet across. That's what we estimated from the orbital pictures. The next shot, looking down even closer, this one's really quite interesting, and I think you've all seen this, but let's see. This is probably the cutest polygon that I have ever seen. Right, Vicki? I think it's the cutest one. And now the next slide. Let's put it into color. Now maybe you haven't seen the color yet. And so the color stretching out to the horizon shows those same 3 images put together. And now we can zoom into the closer one in full color now. And we can see there are differences in color in the soil. If you look in the upper left of that image, it's a little bit of a darker streak. So this is still not as close to the lander as where our arm can reach. It's still outside of that digging area. So we have not yet seen what we're going to be digging into, but it's probably very similar, because as far as you can see, it looks very similar. Now, is it going to be the same as we look all the way around? Who can say? Nobody knows. And it may be that there's something quite different as we look around behind us. So over the next few days, we'll be getting the whole scene filled in. We've only looked at one little sliver of the Martian surface, but it's exactly what we wanted, and I couldn't be more pleased. This is a scientist's dream right here on this landing site. And to tell us how we got there and show us more of the wonderful accomplishments of the landing team and the Phoenix team is Barry Goldstein. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah. I'm a little tired. Excuse me.
Just checking. Aren't you guys getting tired of looking at us for these last 4 days? No. Actually, I think you should be. And we've got, not only on this side, but in this aisle and this aisle, I'd like the guys on the team. And by the way, I want to emphasize, these are just a portion of the team. This is the team members from here at JPL